Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon for this character sheet and a whole bunch more, and like and subscribe to stay undying next time you play. Maybe. Today we're building Undyne from Undertale, leader of the Royal Guard and the last barrier for Frisk before they turn the underground into a pile of plucky character corpses. It's supposed to be a shipping simulator, not a meat grinder. Fish.
Girl, and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway.
Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to not die. Your nickname is Undying for a reason. It's the noticeable lack of death. Next, we'll get spears, pointing, yeetable things. Like I said in the Sans video, Undertale's combat is kind of hard to interpret, but I'm pretty sure your girl here just throws or stabs things with sharp objects very quickly. Finally, we need to make spaghetti. It's a weird goal, but honestly, you're a simple gal. You just need spears, not die, and make spaghetti. What else could you want in life? For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the Player's Handbook. Roll for stats if you want. Again, pretty simple gal here. Constitution will be number 1. Your biggest buff is being beefy to the bone, even though I think you're technically closer to salmon than beef. Strength next, whether you're stabbing people up close or yeeting, strength is good. It bears repeating. Follow that up with charisma. You lead the guard and get pretty intimidating when you need to be. Intelligence will also help you lead the guard with strategy you learned from the human history videos Alpheus gave you. Dexterity is a bit low. You just don't need it with the heavy armor and the heavy weapons, but we'll dump wisdom. You sort of lose your cool a lot, and you're not great at figuring out if people like you or not. Tritons are fish people, and you're a fish girl, so we'll make you a Triton. You get +1 charisma, constitution, and strength. Tritons are amphibious, letting you breathe and move through water with the speed you have on land, so you can jump out of a waterfall at a dramatic moment. You're an emissary of the sea, letting you communicate to animals that breathe underwater. I could see you having a couple of fish and taking very good care of them. You can cast Fog Cloud once per day, creating a 20-foot radius cloud of atmospheric fog that changes the mood, but also heavily obscures the area. Finally, as a guardian of the depths, you resist cold damage and face no pressure from the pressures of the deep ocean. Frisk is more metaphorically cold, but if your DM makes them literally cold, this could help. Take the soldier background for athletics and intimidation because you're a soldier that's athletic and intimidating. We'll kick things off as a fighter because you fight things real good, and because I want history and survival skills from the fighter list. History will help you understand the human history that is anime, and survival will help you make spaghetti. Boom. One of the 3 goals is already done. I'm nailing this. For your fighting style, thrown weapon fighting is good, but great weapon fighting is better, since it lets you reroll 1s and 2s on damage die with weapons you're holding two-handed. A spear is a versatile weapon that deals 1d6 in one hand or 1d8 in 2 hands, but if you don't want to throw it, a pike is a heavy 2-handed weapon that deals 1d10 piercing damage and has 10 feet of reach. That's a surprise tool that will help us later. You also get second wind, letting you heal 1d10, plus your fighter level as a bonus action once per short rest, which should help you keep swimming forward, even if you don't swim that much in the game. Second level fighters get action surge, letting you make 2 actions in 1 turn, once per short rest for a flurry of fish sticks, and even more fast and flurious fish sticks as we move forward. Third level fighters get to choose a martial archetype, and Cavaliers are the babysitting fighters, not the horse fighters. Though to be fair, they are pretty good at horses. You're born to the saddle, giving you advantage on dexterity saving throws to avoid falling off your mount if you really want like a seahorse or something. You also get another skill. Persuasion is a good one, but we're really here for Unwavering Mark. This lets you mark a creature you hit with a weapon attack, giving them disadvantage on attack rolls on creatures that aren't you until the end of your next turn. Even if they manage to hit the target, you'll get to attack them with your bonus action next round with advantage and add half your fighter level to that damage. You can use Unwavering Mark as much as you'll want, but that bonus action only happens an amount of times per day equal to your strength modifier. The regular Undyne fight isn't easy, but it's way harder if you attack the monster kid. As a Triton, you can also cast Gust of Wind, letting you force a strength saving throw of 8 plus your proficiency bonus and charisma modifier on creatures in a 60-foot line, pushing them back 15 feet if they fail, and making the area take twice as much movement to get through. Maybe Frisk's feet are heavy with the weight knowing that they're going to kill everyone in the underground. Maybe it's because you're shooting wind at them. I don't know, this is a stretch, but you get it, so it's nice. 4th level fighters get an ability score improvement. Go for Constitution first. It might seem more advantageous to take the tough feats since we're not concentrating, but it will help out with something we get from Cavalier later to have a higher score. 5th level fighters get an extra attack, letting you attack twice instead of once with your action to yeet those spears a little faster, with 4 attacks after an action surge to get into true defender mode. As a Triton, you also get Wall of Water, which creates a 30-foot line of water that's 10 feet high, or a ringed wall 20 feet in diameter that's 20 feet high, turning that area into difficult terrain and freezing it if it's hit with cold damage. This is a great way to lock someone in with you. You're going to be very good at melee combat by the end of this build. Spoiler warning, I guess. 6th level fighters get another ability score improvement, letting you cap off your constitution modifier so we won't die, or at least so that it's very hard to kill you. It'll also give you more warding maneuvers when you hit the 7th level of Cavalier, where you'll get warding maneuver, which lets you roll a d8 and add it to the AC of a creature within 5 feet of you as a reaction when that creature is attacked. Even if they manage to hit the target, they'll resist the damage. You could use it for a monster kit, or you could use it for yourself because you are within 5 feet of yourself. You just need to have a weapon or a shield equipped with a number of uses equal to your constitution modifier per long rest. 8th level fighters get another ability score improvement, and now we can start investing in the strength for bigger hits with our spears and more unwavering mark bonus attacks per day to punish Frisk for killing Papyrus. Like, sure, his jokes are bad, but he didn't deserve to be murdered. 9th level fighters get Indomitable, letting you reroll a failed saving throw once per long rest, and you can even use it on death saving throws. That might be the most in-character move, but I recommend just trying not to die in the first place. I'll also use this level to talk about why we didn't go Zealot Barbarian, because Zealot Barbarians are very good at not dying. By going Cavalier instead of Zealot, we 1, get more methods to defend people, and 2, get second wind so that we can actually heal ourselves back up and get to a higher hit point total. The last reason is I just want a ton of attacks because she throws the spears very, very fast. Zealot would be a fine choice. I don't disagree. I just went with Cavalier because I think it works a little bit better. 10th level Cavaliers get to hold the line, letting you make an opportunity attack anytime creatures move within 5 feet of you, regardless of whether or not they leave your threatened area, and you set their speed to 0 after you hit them. Find a bridge, lock it down. You're the last line of defense, hold that line. 11th level fighters get another extra attack for 3 attacks per round, or 6 with an action surge. Maybe throw your spears at varying speed to mix up your enemy's defense strategy. Or just throw 6 spears in 6 seconds. That's probably going to mess up their defense strategy as well. 12th level fighters get another ability score improvement. Keep getting your strength higher. I want it capped off before we take a feat. I'm guessing you can guess which one it is because it's so great for a master of weapons. 13th level fighters get another use of Indomitable for 2 failed death saves, or to avoid whatever weird attacks Frisk is sending out. I think they can attack you with a shoe. Who throws a shoe? Honestly. 14th level fighters get another ability score improvement or a feat. The athlete feat will add 1 to your strength. You can climb up walls with a movement speed equal to your normal speed, jump with 5 feet of run up instead of 10, and stand up from prone with 5 feet of movement instead of half. You might get knocked down, but you can chumba the wumba to get back up again. 15th level Cavaliers get Ferocious Charger, meaning that if you run 10 feet before you attack, you can force a strength saving throw of 8 plus your proficiency bonus and strength modifier. Failing that, the creature is going to be knocked prone, which means melee attacks against them will be made with advantage. It's a pretty great way to kick off a fight, especially if the person you're fighting is a small child likely to fail a strength save, but also a murderous psychopath. Don't just trample children. 16th level fighters get another ability score improvement or a feat. The Polearm Master feat lets you make opportunity attacks with the reach your pike normally has, and if you attack with a spear as a melee weapon on your turn, you can use a bonus action to hit with the hilt, dealing 1d4 bludgeoning damage plus your strength modifier. Pairing this with Hold the Line, you basically turn into a wall made out of fish, which sounds stinky. 17th level fighters get a second use of Action Surge and a third use of Indomitable, meaning you are straight up relentless. 6 attacks per round, 2 rounds in a row. Opportunity attacks anytime someone tries to run away. Opportunity attacks twice as far away, and a bonus action attack from either Unwavering Mark or the Polearm Master. You're just not going to quit until the job is done, or until you are. 18th level Cavaliers get Vigilant Defender, letting you make opportunity attacks on everyone's turn. And your opportunity attacks are extra good, and they pop extra often. Again, you are a fish wall, and now that's not just for one kid, it could be for a whole kindergarten. 19th level fighters get our last ability score improvement or feat. Let's take the damage up to the next level with Great Weapon Master, letting you take a -5 penalty on your attack roll with a heavy weapon to add 10 to the damage roll, so your damage modifier with a pike can be plus 15 with all of the attacks that you have per round. To make that even bigger, you can make a bonus action attack if you land a critical hit for a third way to make use of your bonus action to deal damage. You just don't quit. Fish can't afford to. There are always bigger fish after them. I saw episode 1. Our capstone is the 20th level of fighter for another extra attack, which is 4 attacks per round standard or 8 with an action surge. I could explain how busted that is right now, or I could just save that for the pros section, which is right here. First, with 8 attacks per round, you can deal 8d10 plus 120 damage in a single round, and then do that 2 rounds in a row to turn Frisk into some cheese you'd leave out for a mouse. You're also incredibly bulky with over 200 HP, heavy armor, and ways to raise your AC even higher and give yourself resistance to stay in the fight without dying. Finally, you're a wall with extra opportunity attacks, extra reach from your opportunity attacks, and you pin down everyone when you you hit them with an opportunity attack, not to mention the literal wall of water you can summon to slow people down. For weaknesses, your dexterity is low, and it's not helped by your giant woman armor clanking around everywhere. You've got even worse wisdom, which is a super common saving throw, and you'll be a pretty bad guard if you get charmed or held by a hold person. Finally, you don't have a source of magical damage, so higher level foes could be an issue. Thankfully, your girlfriend is an artificer, and I'm guessing she would be able to give you a magic spear. Stay sharp, keep your weapons sharper, and lock the area down. Just know that as the last line of defense, there are some people who might want to see you sans life. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe for more. We're making new videos every day this month. Join the Patreon for this character sheet, and sub to Tulok and Mango for more Tulok fun.